What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central, and in this video I want to ask and answer the question, do you have regrets in leveling your team that you have now? Do you have a different plan if you were to start over? Would you do things differently? Because I did. You can see I started a new mobile account. If you stick around to the end of the video, the end of the discussion, I'll tell you the team that I'm thinking about building if and when I do start over, which as you can see here, I did on Hero Wars Mobile.
So the conversation that I want to have with you all now and in the future is, if you had to start over,
it's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Assuming you would start over. I know a lot of you are just going to be like, if I could go back, I just wouldn't even play Hero Wars. Those of you that say that stuff, just you don't even need to participate. You can if you want, I guess. If you had to go back and start, let's just talk about Hero Wars Mobile. If you had to go back and start over on Hero Wars Mobile, what would be the team that you would chase, that you would try to build? What would be the team? Would it be like a Kark team? Would it be a Twins team? Would it be a Fafnir Artemis team? Would it be a Jorgen Faceless kind of team? Would it be based around a damage dealer? Would it be based around a tank? Would it be based around the new hero? Can you base a whole team around Iris? Looking at Iris's abilities, now that we have Iris's full ability list, by the way, thanks Loadrunner for sharing this this piece of work. Now that we have Iris's full ability list on Hero Wars Mobile, would you build a team around her? Right? It's an undead, or I'm sorry, Way of Eternity team. Would you build a team around Iris? Now, knowing what we know now, we know that things change dramatically over the course of a year, right? Every 6 to 9 months, things just shift. That's not to say that old meta teams become less effective. It just means that there's new popular teams. Content creators like myself and others discuss new combinations that may change your mind on, who your favorite hero is or whatever. Would you focus on some general purpose heroes that are just good, or would you try to build a specific niche team? Let's see. Australian Danzig said I'm only 3 weeks in. That's what I'm here for? Perfect. All right. Excellent. If I had the ability to travel back through time, Hero Wars may not be priority one. iFixit says I did start over and to try to stick to teams that I don't have in my main account. That was a big plan for me too. I think Iris, you don't need a team. She'll slot into mini teams. Okay. I pulled Satori from a main team in preparation for Iris. Crazy that Charm, Blind, and Stun do not count as debuffs. They don't count? Interesting. Jiv says for mobile, Zisha Lilith team. Okay. Okay. Of course, the Judge team says Medik. Okay. I would say yes, Corvus and Morgan for buffing, Phobos and Lilith for debuffing, then add Iris. Interesting. That's an interesting line. I think I would make a really off-meta team, says D Warman. This Iris feels like more of a hero that you would build to counter other teams, not as a main hero to build around, like Amira or Phobos, not like Zisha. Okay. Okay. Zisha Lilith does sound interesting. Zisha Lilith does sound interesting. I'm not sure. I've been thinking about this for a good chunk of the morning. And I even asked the in the influencer developer chat of the other influencers, if you guys are curious what some of the other players would go with. Tim said that he would start with an an Artemis Fafnir team, because most things cannot defend against it. So Tim says he'd start with that. Killshot, Kyle, who runs the unofficial Hero Wars mobile Discord. Killshot says that he would probably stick to Kark, being the best budget-friendly hero out there. Sasha, the new community manager, says that she just picks heroes that she likes. I started this team a couple of years back, whenever I first started this account for live streaming purposes. The Luther, Satori, Martha, Celeste, and Vari team was meant to counter a large amount of the meta teams that were out there at the time. Doesn't really counter a lot of teams now, and certainly not after tonight. It won't counter anybody. But I don't know. Would I build a team around a damage dealer or a tank? I like the idea of Way of Progress a lot, but I'm already building one of those right now. Maybe a Way of Honor team. That'd be kind of cool. A Way of Honor lineup. I guess Fafnir Artemis is kind of a Way of Honor lineup, though. Definitely wouldn't build twins or elves. I don't know what I would build. Maybe a Heidi team. Some kind of team that would let me do Heidi. Start a Cleaver team since I still don't have him. CCG says if you could start fresh but start with Cleaver, I might do a Kleppy setup with some of the newer heroes and a merry-go-round of supports. Kleppy sounds amazing. Not a lot of people level up Peppy if they level up Aurora. So that's actually a really, really cool idea. That's a really cool idea.
So if you guys stuck around this long, I appreciate it, and thank you so much. You get rewarded with a little bit of a walkthrough of my team setup that I'm planning on. We're going to go with Aurora tank. Aurora on mobile is still a very, very strong tank, and I did not want to just level up Astaroth again. Wanted to try to avoid all of the same heroes that I leveled on my main Facebook account and my main mobile account, by the way. So I don't actually have an Aurora leveled up that high anywhere. I thought I would do her. Our main damage dealer is going to be Iris. We're going to use Dorian as a healer. We're going to use Nebula as a support and Isaac as a support. Now, that might not sound as effective as you think it does, but Isaac does a lot of debuffs with this ability right here. He also protects your team with this ability right here. And he also does a lot of area of effect physical damage with this ability right here. Isaac and Iris actually pair together pretty well because of their abilities, their protection, and all of that. And then, of course, Nebula boosting is going to be boosting Aurora, keeping her alive early on until Dorian gets ramped up. You also have the bonus damage output. The idea is to increase the damage efficacy of Aurora as much as possible. The Iris will lower the enemy's magic defense. Aurora does a lot of magic damage. A boosted Aurora will do more magic damage. That's the plan. As of right now, there's a positioning bug between Isaac, Iris, and Nebula, but if that gets fixed, I don't think it's going to be affecting this team too much, and it may not actually get fixed. We will be discussing this team a little bit more in detail on my live stream later on tonight. Remember, we live stream at 8:30 p.m. on Thursdays. That's 1:30 a.m. UTC. Usually we talk about weekend events on the Thursday night live stream, but because the Iris week-long event is still active today and the Summer Festival event is still active on Hero Wars browser, there aren't any new events that we know of tonight, but by the time you're watching this video, they might have leaked something. They might be teasing something for this weekend, maybe a basic Hero Soulstone event. I don't know what. If they do, we'll discuss that all in my live stream as well. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.